The final part for Season 1 of The Walking Dead on crack has come. Let's hope the sad news doesn't push people to triple somersault off the Grand Canyon, but I'll do Season 2 eventually, so don't worry about that. In the meantime, check out some of my previous crackery listed on the screen, and here's the next 4 videos planned out. Note that the days may be subject to change, since me saying I'll have a video out on a certain day is akin to the phrase "we'll be back home by Christmas" in 1914. In any case, as many of you have stated, let's go smoke some more crack off a walker's ass and start part 3 of The Walking Dead on crack. I think I might have a problem. Episode 4 starts with us crossing through a different hood, so we have the straps and shovel. Okay, Chuck's a little confused, but he's got the spirit at least. Also, Clem must want the Club Penguin clown costume if she thinks I'm giving her radio back.
What the hell?
Oh, come on, it's not even fair anymore. Now we have to deal with fucking Ezio. This episode's name is Around Every Corner, which is fitting considering that's where the walkers are fucking showing up from. You would have thought I brought a fully functioning woman to a computer science class. Alright, Ben, grab Clem and run. Ben? Why is he still with us? I pull out the strap and dome the walkers, causing them to stop, drop, and roll until Chuck with the shovel comes out and says no one touches my Discord admin, making him officially, and I made a list for it, my boy, along with Kenny from last video and Samuel from Dishonored. We have to leave Charles, a soldier to the end. Godspeed. After gaslighting the group to join me in my next home invasion adventure, Omid has all the mobility of a one-legged turtle, so we need to find a way in. I confront Bitch, his new legal name now, and tell him do that shit again and I'll show you just how urban I really am. Tell him, Kenny. Oh yeah, he's urban. We end up digging up either a naked mole rat or the first enemy you deal with in Fallout games and used its leash to open the doggy door for Clementine, who just speeds in like she's got a death wish and comes out with, "Ta-da! My plot armor is immovable." Anyways, we clear the house and Omid looks like he's about to get Hersheled. TV Herscheled, that is. And Clem explains to us, no, the stranger on the radio's her friend and he just wants to meet up alone. Yeah, meet up with Georgia PD and Chris fucking Hansen leading the charge, maybe. Ben tells me to rush upstairs. Kenny's talking about how he really misses her while driving 105, and I bolt before it's too late. It's worse than that, though, with a duck look-alike. He'll die. Can't even walk. This man's more useless than the regular walker, and those fuckers were more useless than you could ever dream of. This man's looking worse than a Nanking citizen in 1939 after the Japanese showed up. I end up burying the kid with his dog.
What the dog doing?
Who said that? Come back here. The new plan is me and Kenny look for the boat we came all this way for, while the side men sit down and try not to get a pentakill. After a half-assed attempt to converse with Kenny, we get to the pier and, oh, there's no boat, is there? Not only that, but apparently the damn Legion's been through here and made damn sure to get Jesus this time. I look through the iCarly camcorder and holy shit, it's Ezio. Me and Kenny go into hiding and try sneaking up on the bitch who disappeared, shows up behind me with a fucking replacement jutsu, but I hit him with the wham bam thank you madame combo and Clementine. The plot armor must be made of titanium. How the hell did you show up? The woman's name is Molly Percocet, and Kenny tries sneaking up on her 30 minutes after the battle is over. Just a mastermind of technical genius over here. The Union must be counting its lucky stars that they had to deal with Robert E. Lee and not Kenny leading the charge. Otherwise, it would have been a fucking sweep. The Legion is called Crawford, and they're all about survival of the fittest. Calling them Spartans is probably more appropriate. Walkers come out of nowhere, and me and Percocet take up Kenny and Clem, but it's too late for me. She gives me Laura Croft's ice pick, and I jump into a manhole. I think I found Hannah Baker.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
They eat in his ass and I turn right the fuck back around. I'm not dealing with that. I was a little worried about the puzzle bit. It wasn't really a hard one though. It's a Telltale game after all. Even my preschool level education should be plenty. Apparently the course that was being eaten was Chuck. Damn. Due to his final resting location, if I didn't see him with my own eyes getting swarmed earlier, I would have thought he was Vladimir Putin's last victim. As I'm about to sneak up on the ops, I get trapped by Hades' minion Cerberus from the underworld, and after dealing with him and then the sneaky, Lee thinks he's Superman and instead realizes Laura Croft's pickaxe doesn't give him superpowers after all. But in his search to save his pride, he says the wall is loose, and would you look at that, it is. We walk in and, after walking in on the orgy at the local retirement home, the leader, Vernon, says I can't leave alive. They say I'm from Crawford, but I'm able to take the gun from him, guess he isn't about that life after all, and calm their fears. This is a survivor group who's running out of medicine, and I realize I still haven't defrauded anyone yet in my quest to overtake Al Capone, Disney, and the IRS as the greatest criminals of all time. So I lie and say, show me the way back home, and I'll give you all the medicine we're definitely packing. Anyways, I get back home, and Molly's crippling drug addiction has her looking for the perks. Omid is dying, dying, and the doctor finds out the only real medicine we have is Viagra, which is nowhere near strong enough to get that limp pool noodle he calls a reproductive organ functioning again, leaving him enraged. Trust me, you play this game once and you don't feel any guilt about lying to this old-headed son of a bitch. I pray the remission reverses you, Herschel from episode 1 took a hammer to the head looking motherfucker. Kenny's drinking his sorrows away, and Ben, wait a minute, Ben was supposed to take care of Clementine when she fucking showed up at the pier. Ben, you really are useless. If you think about it, Omid's leg, Carly, Lily, Kenny's family, Chuck are all the fault of Ben. This man not only traded the drugs to the bandit, but also was on watch when they snuck into camp, told us about the walkers too late, and almost killed Clem, leading to Chuck's own death. This man's got the Columbine ops, Hitler, and Thanos shaking in their boots. He's a few kills away from matching the CIA's kill count. I go looking for Clementine, and she's in the shed, and we get this heartwarming moment.
Wee!
This was here the whole time?
Let me drive the boat.
Right?
And we have a fucking boat. And Kenny drops the bottle after realizing he doesn't have a son to abuse anymore. After looking through the boat, Kenny says we need a battery, which Crawford probably has. Vernon needs some medicine, which Crawford also has. And finally, Molly is so high she ends up joining us anyways. Clementine says Crawford as she slyly tries to slither her way into the mission, and I tell her no, it's gonna be dangerous for a 5-year-old girl. And she's like, I have plot armor. And I really have no comeback for that absolutely flawless defense, so she's coming with us. As we get ready to leave, Kenny tells us we're gonna have to cut someone loose for the boat, even without Molly, which is pretty unfortunate. A decision that's gonna weigh on our conscience, leading to sleepless nights where we wrestle with the fact that we had to leave somebody behind. Ben? Look, no offense, but knowing him, he'd get horny enough to land, grab a walker, come back, engage in necrophilia at the cost of 2 more lives. Vernon shows up with Bree. Look, we have no time for bowling, Vernon. Too many people is dangerous. But apparently she knows the layout of Crawford's school, their headquarters, and off we go on the heist. I pop up to pop a bitch, and it's a walker. They all are. I don't know what could have happened here. Nothing short of some bronies arguing about their favorite pony is enough to cause this wreckage. What, with walkers being so slow you could hit snooze a couple times before you have to get going. We get into the school with even Krista now done with Ben's shit, and we follow Bree to the HQ. We split up with me and Molly going to the battery, Krista and Vernon to get the drugs to Molly's dismay, and Kenny and Bree are off to get the fuel. Clem is pissed I'm leaving her with Ben since, you know, an armed nuclear warhead's a safer spot to be beside than Ben. But I tell her, no, silly. I'm leaving Ben here with you. Not even trying to placate her. Clem's actually in charge. Molly goes off ahead, so I open the garage door and I think I found Hannah Bake. Molly shows up with a, a mask. Now you've made it political. I swear to God, politics and video games these days. Wish we were back in the good old days of 2012 where fun was the priority of video games. Molly, he's dead. Molly? The garage door is locked tight, but apparently Molly's door, the fucking explorer with her backpack of limitless possibilities. Walkers start pulling in though, so we have to be quick. I bring the car down, take its battery. Oop, Walker's coming. And Molly's so high off the perks, she thinks she's Spider-Man, so she leaves me with no choice but to follow her. Molly takes the battery for insurance, so we don't leave her, and to prevent my own tax history from being brought up, I don't argue, as she leaves me with my hand on my flaccid dick Viagra jar empty. Hey Kenny, Bree, what's you? Holy shit, were you gathering fuel from a walker's tits Blizzard style? You're lucky I got the hatchet. Bree also hates me because I lied to Vernon. Fuck you too, you plus size 1 push in the Wii. Strike theme starts playing, motherfucker. I also get Ben's stupid fucking ass telling me he wants to tell Kenny the truth because I'm sent by the devil himself to cause mayhem. I did not realize Benny was this fucking stupid. I honestly hate him even more than Vernon. In what world would that ever be a good idea? I go to Krista and Vernon who are step-broed, and I have to bail them out with the Glock. They're trying to open the safe but need a code to unlock the medicine cabinet. Good thing the doctor was required to record everything, so I'm sure we can find the code on one of the tapes. First video shows a woman who got pregnant, and in this universe apparently the abortion debate has swung to the other side and she has to terminate the egg semen fusion dance. Kinda stupid log term. Crawford's population pyramid's about to look like Japan's with all these laws, but the woman is distraught and wants another day. Second tape, the bitch just stabs the fucker and dips. We see what the passcode is though, which is enough for Vernon and Krista. So I watched the last tape by myself, hoping to finally view some sort of pornographic material for the first time in over a year, but it appears I was a little too late for that, and Molly? The drug habit has gone too far, I'm calling an intervention. Plot twist, she wants the drugs for her sister who has diabetes. Don't judge, I don't know where Comrade Susan draws the line, but after this session, the perv from Wolf Among Us said your head game is weak, it's like you're SpongeBob eating a chocolate bar and we can't continue the steal anymore, leaving Molly flabbergasted. I guess that's why Molly came to Crawford with us and bodied the walker in doctor clothes earlier. Oh hey Ben, where'd you get that hatchet from? Ben?
What? Where's...
Hatchet.
Goes right there. See, I...
Took it because I needed a weapon.
You were supposed to...
Leave it in there to stop the walkers. Dude, we're gonna leave anyway, it's fine.
Oh, really? Yes.
So go leave then.
Okay, I will. I see the problem. Oh, do ya?
I tried to save Molly's life from Ben's kill streak expanding, but I didn't shoot. It was Clem showing everyone that Strap is officially open for business with shirt factories at 100% production. Although she looks like she's trying to hold a flashlight for her dad who's working on the car and is getting a little bit pissed, so not there yet, I suppose. We have to get the door open before the walkers come in, and yeah, Ben, it is your fault. You should have let the hatchet alone. Oh no, Ben, it's not the time for that. Kenny gets the door open as Ratatouille's slave spills the beans.
Deal with the bandits at the motor inn, slipping them supplies. I thought maybe I could keep them off our backs. When it got discovered, that's when they attacked. And that's when Duck...
I agree with you. You should kick his ass. But now's not the time. We gotta focus on getting out of here.
You little pissant! You're fucking dead! You hear me? Dead! My wife and child, you gotta both fucking kill!
Kenny, listen to me. You can whip his skinny little ass later.
And last but not least, we have Mark Phillips with men's instigating once again. He gave a gold medal performance last Olympics. Let's see how he does this Olympics, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do...
Yes, kill him later, not now. Kenny says he's not invited to the barbecue, he can't come, and Krista sides with him. Not surprising considering every death can be attributed to Ben directly. Clem says she wants a vote, and friends don't leave friends behind. Yeah, he's not a friend. Speaking of killing and Ben, Bree's dead from the walkers due to the hatchet Ben removed, so chalk up another one up to Puby-Dooby-Doo. Although, honestly, kinda glad she's dead. Good job, Ben, you might make the barbecue after all. Also, no weapons left in the armory. Kinda strange considering this is a school in America. I'd also suspend my disbelief. Down, down, down. Okay, up, up, up. After some shouts to the dome, I get uh-oh step road myself, but I make it out, fight my way up, and we start leaving until Ben gets grabbed by the walker who noosed himself and drops with more coming up the stairs. I don't know why I pulled him up, but fuck it, I say, no man left behind, and we all get out. We come back and... Is Omid? Nah, the little prankster was just joking around. Omid.
That's all, folks.
After caring for Omid, Vernon asks me to leave Clementine with him. Fuck out of here, you budget Larry, you ain't funny. Apparently he isn't joking, so Lee gets to beating his bitch ass. Even Molly's leaving, which is kinda sad considering she carried the episode on her back today. Clem asks when we're gonna see her parents, and...
Sure. We'll look before we leave.
Really? You'll take me to Crawford so we can look? I knew you didn't really mean it.
I wake up and Clementine's gone. I take her hat and I'm just gonna peel the band-aid off, just get balls deep into it, no rubber. We make our way to a radio behind the bin and a walker surprises us behind the board. We finish him off, but...
No.
Damn. I show the remnants of our group the bite, but there's no time for me. We have to save Clem, and I get Omid, Krista, and... Kenny?
You've always been there for me, Lee. Always had my back when it mattered. What kind of friend would I be if I wasn't there for you now? Bitten or not, I'm with you to the end. You can count on me.
Ask Ben to come with us, and as Kenny points out, it would be more of a hindrance, although he does owe Clementine, so I figure every great army needs fodder. We think Vernon stole Clementine from his request earlier, so we check there first, but the orgy is over. The episode ends with the walker horde making its way by, and the bitch-ass radio man telling me he isn't Vernon.
This call is officially a final notice from IRS, Internal Revenue Services. The reason of this call is to inform you that IRS is filing lawsuit against you.
know what else has no time left? Your chances of being successful at life after becoming a TCLR subscriber. We have exclusive footage of a child hitting subscribe to the Civ Lifer for the first time. You can see the metabolic process takes place immediately. He grows 80 pounds in pure muscle, has to grow another pair of arms because his mortal body needs help in handling the pure mass of muscle, and grows another 3 feet taller. Another happy customer. Leave a like and subscribe if you too want to grow to meet eye to eye with Shaq, immediately win the lottery, and 2, more importantly, not miss out on future content. Next episode starts off with Lee showing the mystery man who carries the real lug in this game. We have bigger things on our mind. But, well, nothing's bigger than Lee's harem attractor, of course. You know what I mean. The walkers are breaking through, and as we carjack open the door, Lee collapses like a 4chaner getting told he isn't a base Sigma male for being an unemployed basement dweller at the age of 50. We wake up to Kenny trying to cut my arm off to stop the infection, but now that I'm awake, he's like, you know what, Krista? You do it. You seem urban enough for the task. And for the purposes of this video, I'll show the arm cut scene to try to get a fat check. Alright, Krista, let me know when. Oh my cow testicle sandwiches. Unlike episode 2, I'm disappointed he can't make out the bones nor the membrane. 0 out of 10. After leaving me with a German-style grenade in Call of Duty World at War for an arm, I get told I can't sue for damages during the apocalypse, so my fraudulent scheme is a moot point, and I reload and play through with 2 arms. As we're climbing to escape, Lee realizes he took some of Chuck's leftover secret candy and passes out, thinking now's the time to try out for the US gymnastics squad. The plan is to get back to the house and make sure we didn't leave anything, and we get a ladder set up on the bell tower to distract the walkers, so we can get away from the other side just like Molly. Guess we've all been taking those Percocets, and we get this funny exchange.
I'll do it. Yeah, Ben'll do it.
Something tells me there's going to be a little slip and slide adventure for Ben on his way back. I go, of course, because I'm the one with the asshole marked for death, so I have nothing to lose. The ladder collapses, and you know what? Lee wins the gold medal in gymnastics. The practice really paid off. I don't care what anyone says. Simon who? To further cement my point,
Qualifying really controlled the landing. She was a little bit too powerful in the prelims. Only a small little hop back. It's going to be a ginormous score.
we get back though and they took the boat. It was Kodak. I fucking knew it. He wanted to be superstars too badly. It was actually Vernon and the Incrypicals, as we get another S-tier line from Kenny's alley-oop to Omid and Krista.
The invalids?
Their actions, contradict your characterization, but yeah, the invalids.
He's right. They're not invalids. They're just people.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. The people fucked us in the ass, no rubber. Would never want to disrespect the fuckheads who took our boat. It seems in the absence of a son, Kenny found another kid to use and abuse as they get into an argument.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
I am so sorry about Katya and Duck. I never made it home. They could be alive, or dead, or walkers, or worse, and I don't know! So give me a fucking break!
Miss Brandt?
Yes.
Get me a violin.
I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for this bitch after he made Hitler look like a human rights activist version of a vegan. Walkers are closing in, so we mount a defense, and unlike episode 1, I didn't have Doug's jello ass flopping around trying to lock on targets with his anal sphincter, and we mount a respectable defense. And to celebrate, we're gonna play some Fortnite with Krista saying she has some unused V-Bucks. Shit, everyone get back. We have less bullets than Chuck had, so we can only cause minimal damage before retreating to the attic. Afterwards, Lee drops like he heard his side piece was 6 weeks pregnant in Texas.
This is bad. This is very.
And Clem wakes us up telling us she's still at the Marsh house. Kenny starts talking about my situation and how you're gonna die, we have to think of how to deal with you, and the live-action Cowboy Bebop was kind of good. That last bit broke the camel's back for me and I chucked the statue at the wall, revealing it's made of the paper mache they used in We Happy Few for their tanks. After a little apology to Kenny, I start talking with Omid and Krista, asking if they're available for the new harem I'm about to start up, and explain the Ben Kenny lore to them. Kenny comes after Omid takes over for him, and we get him to stop going after Ben, and hey, booze, as we get Krista drinking like a prime college student on a Saturday night. Omid breaks through to the next house over, and we see Till Death Do Us Part taken a little too seriously. Aww. There's a balcony we can jump from, and I've always wanted to be in so we go fulfill our childhood dreams by climbing on the rooftops to save Clementine. When it gets to Ben's turn, the rail's already about to blow. Oh no, Ben, look out! It's Putin! Ben hits us with that Looney Tunes mid-air pause before dropping. Me and Kenny get there, but the dude's impaled and can't move, so he's done for. As me and Kenny get ready to smoke the Ben pack over his dead body, Kenny shoves me to safety before closing the gate. He wants the pack all for himself, you son of a bitch. You know I was saving that. He tells me to leave and to remember him for the 30 or so minutes I have left. God damn it, Kenny, why? It's fucking Ben. Pre-ejaculatory liquid would be a better help than this loon, but it's a fitting end for both of them, I think, and leaves them to get devoured by walkers. I come back to the ragtag about to be duo trio and tell them the news, but maybe Kenny did survive. Yeah, right. No one's making it out of there. That's just an extra dose of copium. Lee looking like he sees ghosts sometimes and doesn't have much time left, so we have to hustle. We see the final destination, and speaking of which, I almost fell into one of those traps myself, stranding Omid and Krista. At the end, Lee says, fuck it, I'm going for it. He's already a dead man walking, so he's about to go goblin mode. I tell them to meet us by the train outside town and go down to the Walker Horde. Left hand works about as well as a malfunctioning paraplegic, so I pick up the shard, bleed myself a little to get the goths to buy this game, whip out the hatchet, and...
Let's go home! Go home!
The scoreboard.
That might be one of the four.
Eventually, I acquire so much blood from the packaged meat industry I just worked at, butchered the fuck out of them, really gonna get PETA mad about that one, but all the blood masks my scent and the walkers don't come for me anymore. I get to the room Clem is in and, oh, hello Doug 300 pounds lighter, hello Lee 300 times less urban. Clem might be fine, but your mud pie face definitely isn't. We get the lore of this guy's story, recapping him and mine's journeys to get here. The car we stole in episode 2, it was his. He also tells us all the other shit we did, like leaving Lily, walking into the St. John's Dairy, etc. His story is he lost his son on a hunting trip at the age of 5 or something, and his wife hated him for it. So after we stole the car, she went to get the milk with her daughter, and a few hours later, he found them dead. And hey, she's graced us with her fine presence on this good morning. How you doing, miss? I guess somebody can't let go of the past. I'm sure you iron your Letterman jacket weekly too, huh? Clem makes it at the pedo chamber and picks up a bottle, smacks his ass with it, and my crippled ass gets to work. I wonder this man lost his wife and kids. My one-armed, weak, bitten ass can choke him out. Any sizable individual could as well. I also put a bullet in his head, cause fuck him. We get a nice heartwarming moment with Clem, and as we're about to leave...
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
He doesn't care about me. And that's when I realize what needs to be done and wipe the fucker's guts all over Clementine to walk through the horde. And I give her the hat back too. That's symbolism for people who are smarter than me to understand. As we're making our way through the horde... before I collapse for the final time. I wake up with jaundice, yellow eyes, and a pale face like I got an E. coli infection after eating some bad booty. Clementine locked us in, so we have to find another way out. I show her the bite and she breaks down, but we're able to stabilize the situation. It doesn't matter though, as I collapse, and that's it for me. I get her to baseball bat the window and lock me with handcuffs so my crime records live on with her. I tell Clementine to grab the gun, but oop! Should have told her to bash its brains in first with the bat. At least we know the virus has a syphilis-like effect daily. I kick the bat to her and she beats the fucker's ass. No more EDPs she can't handle, so I've done my job as a pseudo-parent. And finally, the scene we're all dreading.
Oh, Clem, you can do anything.
But I'm little.
Doesn't mean nothing. You go see bad stuff, but it's okay.
My parents. It's so horrible.
I can't imagine, sweet pea.
And now, you? Please. Please don't be one of them. Please don't become a walker.
There's only one thing you can do. You know that.
I don't know if I can.
You can leave me. It's okay.
You'll be just like them.
It's okay. It won't be me.
Please.
Clem, it's time to go. You gotta get out of here.
You can come with me.
No, honey, I can't. It's okay.
Please.
You have to go now.
Maybe I shouldn't let you turn.
I don't want you to have to do that. The noise, Sweet Pea. They already know we're in here. You don't need more of them. Megan, first days we met. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
When I went out to rescue that boy Glenn, we met a girl. She'd been bitten too. All she wanted was to not come back as a walker. I couldn't bring myself to give her the gun. I didn't want to see death then, and I know we've seen so much of it, but you shouldn't have to see it now.
I'll go. I'll leave you. I'll go as fast as I can.
And as safe as you can. Always be safe. Find Omid and Krista. They're outside of town, by the train. You remember how to get back there?
Yes.
Good. They'll take good care of you. And Clem. Keep that hair short.
I will. I'll cut it myself.
Great. Good. And also...
What is it?
No, don't worry. All right. Don't be afraid.
Don't go.
Yeah, I told her to leave because of the damn noise. There's a horde outside that would just be suicidal. Although the real reason is I couldn't kill Lee. What? End of the game, Lee is down but alive in case they find a cure for this virus. And the Marvel post-credits scene is Clem seeing two individuals in the distance. And that's the game. If you want to know who these two are, what happened to Clem, and more importantly, my tax situation, then do what Clementine and I couldn't and kill and like the subscribe button. Let me know if you want Season 2 or maybe any other games like GTA 5, Wolf Among Us, etc. And that's going to be the end of this masterpiece of a story. And click up here for more content. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.